in a lot of ways, in an election, policy matters most as a character issue. It's not so much what Dennis Kucinich's position is on this versus this versus this. Most of us do not actually know how we... Dennis Kucinich has 80 issues on his website. I'm not sure what I think about all of those 80 issues, including some of the interplanetary questions that he's got on there. What matters is, what does all that sort of distill into about him or about her and what they will do? Because the other point that Mark made about how what they're going to encounter as president is not necessarily what they're talking about. So we need to cover those things and get at who is this person really, and what kind of decisions are they going to make, and how are they reacting to where America's going. So I don't think we talk about voters in isolation from the candidates. I think this is where the country's headed. What are you going to do about it? George Bush ran as a compassionate conservative who was not going to do nation building and was going to, do an education push and a Social Security push, and his presidency has been defined by things that he didn't anticipate. And the press didn't do a very good job, I would say, of telling us what kind of, how he would react to that. We just didn't, we just sort of bought what he was selling and didn't see that. And I think that we're at risk of doing that again with a number of these candidates. So with diminished resources, we have to focus in on trying to get at that. And that does mean covering these candidates, but in relation to these bigger issues, and not simply the way they're delivering themselves. I think that's really the challenge. They've figured out, they've tested, if I put a blue wrapper on this, am I going to sell more of them? And we need to figure out what color is underneath the blue wrapper.